9 ways people quietly test you. Most men believe power is tested loudly. They imagine confrontation, insults, raised voices, open disrespect. They prepare themselves for conflict because conflict is visible. But that is not how real power is measured. Real tests are subtle, almost invisible. They happen in ordinary moments, casual conversations, harmless questions. A pause, a look, a request that sounds polite, and by the time you realize what is happening, the test is already over. The Stoics understood this well. They knew that human beings constantly measure one another, not out of cruelty, not even out of strategy, but out of instinct. Every interaction asks the same silent question. How much resistance is there here? How stable is this person? How much pressure can I apply before something gives? If you want to understand where you stand in the social order, do not listen to what people say about you. Watch what they feel comfortable doing around you. These 9 tests reveal everything. The first is interruption. When someone cuts you off mid-sentence, it is not impatience. It is calibration. They are checking whether you will fight for your space or surrender it without resistance. Most men retreat. They lower their voice. They rush their words. They abandon their thought. In doing so, they teach others that their presence is optional, that their contribution can be overridden. The Stoic does not scramble. He does not compete for attention. He does not raise his voice. He simply continues when the interruption ends, calmly, steadily, as if nothing happened. Calm continuity signals authority. Reaction signals insecurity. People do not respect volume. They respect stability. The second is the unnecessary explanation request. You state a decision. Immediately someone asks why. Not because clarity is required, but because they want to see if your certainty collapses under pressure. The weak man explains. He stacks reasons. He justifies himself. He seeks approval disguised as logic. The strong man understands that explanations invite negotiation. He answers briefly or not at all. Marcus Aurelius warned that nothing weakens a position faster than defending it to those who do not bear its consequences. When you explain too much, you place your decision on trial. When you stand quietly behind it, you let it speak for itself. The third is the small favor. It sounds harmless. Just this once. Just a quick thing. What is being tested is not generosity. It is boundaries. Will you pause? Will you consider your own time and energy? Or will you comply instantly to avoid friction? Many men confuse kindness with weakness. The Stoics did not. They understood that freedom begins where self-command is respected. A man who cannot say no quietly will be asked for more loudly later. Compliance trains expectation. Restraint trains respect. The fourth is silence used against you. You speak. Then the room goes quiet. No response. No validation. No agreement. This discomfort drives most men to fill the space. They talk more. They clarify. They soften their position. They weaken their own words. Seneca warned that silence is powerful because it forces others to reveal themselves. If you rush to escape it, you hand that power away. The Stoic does not rush. He lets silence sit. He understands that discomfort is information, and whoever breaks first reveals more than they intended. The fifth is disguised humour. A joke at your expense. Light enough to deny. Sharp enough to sting. They watch your face more than they listen to your reply. Anger fails the test. Forced laughter fails it too. Over-explaining that you are not offended fails it completely. The Stoic response is stillness, neutrality, no performance. When humour does not land, it rarely returns. People only joke where they feel safe to do so. The sixth is rule shifting. Deadlines change, expectations move, tone subtly alters. This is not chaos, it is probing. They want to see how much inconvenience you will absorb without resistance. The man who adapts silently to every shift teaches others that his time has no weight. The disciplined man notices the change and adjusts his behavior, not his standards. Consistency creates gravity. Inconsistency invites pressure. Halfway through this, the pattern should already be clear. Power is not asserted, it is detected. And if this way of seeing human behavior sharpens your awareness, this is where you belong. Subscribe, not for noise, not for motivation, but for clarity. Back to the tests. The seventh is approval withdrawal. Compliments disappear, attention fades, warmth turns neutral. Many men panic here. They chase, they overperform, they explain themselves. They try to earn back something that was never guaranteed. The Stoics warned against dependence on external validation because it places your self-worth in unstable hands. The man who remains unchanged when approval is removed quietly reclaims his authority. Indifference to praise is not arrogance, it is stability. The eighth is urgency pressure. They rush you. They want an answer now, a response immediately. Speed is the test. Emotion leaks fastest when time feels scarce. The calm man slows down. He creates space. He decides at his pace, not theirs. Control of tempo is control of interaction. The person who controls timing controls leverage. The ninth is reaction monitoring. They provoke lightly and observe how quickly you respond. Speed reveals attachment. Attachment reveals leverage. Epictetus taught that what upsets you controls you. The man who responds slowly, deliberately, or not at all, removes himself from manipulation without confrontation. Calm delays weaken emotional hooks. These tests are not evil, they are human. But failing them repeatedly reshapes how others treat you. Respect erodes quietly. Authority dissolves without argument. The Stoics did not teach dominance over others. They taught mastery over the self. And self-mastery is visible. It is felt. It changes the behavior of people around you without a word being spoken. When you stop reacting, people pause. When you stop explaining, people listen. When you stop chasing approval, people adjust. Silence creates gravity. Restraint creates presence. The man who stands unmoved while others probe eventually stops being tested at all. Not because he demands respect, but because his behavior has already answered every question. Power does not announce itself. It stands still while others move around it. And that is the quiet authority the Stoics understood better than anyone.